welcome back. So today I'm going to be filming a kind of holiday inspired, even though the holidays are over, but I was not in the YouTube frame of mind during the holidays, so I was not filming videos. I haven't filmed videos in a while, if you have not noticed, and I figured a good way to come back would be to do something dramatic, glittery. I've been eyeing some of the green shades in the Jaclyn Morphe eyeshadow palette, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I know a lot of you have that palette, so that will be helpful, and I honestly have been wanting to do like this green for a while, even before the holidays, so this is not just holiday appropriate. This is something I would totally wear for New Year's Eve, just to be different but still be like glam and sparkly. I'm going to be testing out some new products, telling you about some new products I have been using. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my brows on because I felt like bad brows, bad skin, bad combo. Made myself look a little bit more presentable. Threw some brows on. I just used the Anastasia, but I'm trying to start saying Anastasia because I'm at a crossroads right now as of if I want to keep calling it Anastasia or if I want to call it Anastasia, because I don't know what's right and I need to know. Let me know in the comments which one it is. Is it number 1, Anastasia, or is it number 2, Anastasia? I must know. So anyways, it's eating a cereal out of a Solo cup, Cookie Crisp to be exact. Being rudely interrupted. I actually bought a external microphone, so I'm praying that my audio sounds good in this video. If it's not, well then, me. So I haven't planned this look completely, but I know I have been eyeing the greens at the bottom of this Jaclyn Morphe palette. I've already primed my eyelids with some concealer and set with a just translucent setting powder. So I'm just going to grab my Morphe E40 brush and go in with this shade as a light kind of base color just for my upper crease area. So I haven't filmed in so freaking long. Actually, I take that back. I filmed like 2 weeks ago. I tried to, but the footage was not good. It was overexposed. The lighting was way too bright. I'm already pale enough. I don't need help in that department. But it was a tutorial using one of the new, those little like mini Obsessions palette from Huda. I actually have all 3 of them now. The one I had tried to do a tutorial with was the more like mauve-y, but now I have the warm palette and like the super colorful, vibrant one as well. So I'll definitely be playing with those soon, but before I forgot about old makeup I already have and start on new stuff, I wanted to go ahead and film this green look because it's been on my mind for a while. So normally I go in with like a light transition shade like I just did, and then go in with some other browns before I go into a color as dark as this dark green. But I've been seeing Nikki tutorials here on YouTube doing a technique where she goes in with like the super dark shades, and then she goes in with a clean brush and just really like works on blowing it out. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep it kind of tight into my crease area and then go in with that clean brush and really try to blow it out to meet up with our transition shade we laid down. With these Morphe palettes, I know it's kind of hard to explain which one I'm using on camera, but there's only one green matte shade in the palette, so you'll know which one it is. I'm really trying to work with a little bit of product at a time, that way it doesn't get too crazy. And patting additional product in this outer corner right here. Now I'm taking a clean Morphe M441 and start blending that out, or trying to, and see kind of how it looks. I'm not in love, but we'll keep going. I feel like this is one of those looks that's gonna look hideous until the end, which I'm hoping it gets better at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of a cut crease. I'm gonna use the new Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. This is the same concealer I used to clean up my brows and prime my eyelids. So I've been kind of testing this out. It's only the second time I've used it. And I don't have a number for this brush. My fiance bought me a new like Morphe set. I got a new brush set from Morphe for Christmas. So So now I'm going to go in with this shimmery green shade, the only one in the palette. It's really pretty. But it's a little dark, so I don't know if it's going to give like a cut crease effect. We're going to find out. And I am going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus. I'm using like a dense flat packing brush. Yeah, that's super dark. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this on the outer portion. It's darker than I anticipated. So I'm going to work this on the outer edge. I'm going to slightly drag that a little bit on this area, just so when we add a lighter shade on top, it will kind of show a little bit of green. Okay, so now I'm going to take the two highlight type shades. I can never decide between either one of them, so I always mix them. I'm going to wet my brush and kind of go into the inner corner here. And we're keeping this right in our little shape that we made with the concealer. I'm going to take the last flat brush I used with a little bit of that shimmery green shade. I take the tiniest bit and then I'm just going to kind of tap in between these to marry these colors together. And now I really want to just darken this up a little bit, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that green shade. So now I'm going to take just a flat little angled brush and tap into a little bit of this black and kind of stamp that on the lash line here just to add even more depth. I'm not going to do eyeliner with this look, so this will kind of help everything flow with my lash band when I add on my lashes. I'm just kind of going to flick that up a tiny bit on the outer corner to let it meet up with that green, just so it's super smoky on the outside. And I want to add some glitter. I feel like this time of year I always just like use glitter in all of my tutorials. So this one I actually haven't used in a hot minute. This was the one that came with my Too Faced Nikki Tutorials Power of Makeup collection called Glitterally. Glitterally. Pretty sure I struggled with the name of that glitter the last time I used it.
You have a really pretty glittery called Glitterally, and it comes with a super glitter, what the fuck am I saying? There's a little bit of like gold and shimmery, what the fuck am I saying? It also comes with this.
But I'm just going to add a little bit just in this lighter portion, so more towards the inner corner and kind of fading into the middle of the lid. And I recently got the Ingot Duraline and I've been playing with using it in different ways, so I'm going to try to use this as my glitter glue today and see how it works. I'm going to take one little drop of that on the back of my dirty hand. Got makeup all over it. And this is kind of a multicolored glitter, so we'll see how it looks. So now I'm going to start on my face and then we'll work our way back and finish up the eyes. I've already primed my skin. I just used a Becca liquid highlighter all over my face, and then I did a little bit of my Smashbox Photofinish green primer in my T-zone. I also used the Smashbox primer oil in my skincare routine today. So for foundation, I'm obviously going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow, because that's what I always use. As bad as my skin looks, it's doing the best it's done in a while. Finally went to the dermatologist, and I'm using something for my skin. So I only have one active pimple on my skin right now, which just showed up out of the blue the other day. But I haven't really had anything in a while, and everything is just kind of healing. Hyperpigmentation, scars, that fun stuff. My skin looks probably pretty bad to you, but y'all ain't seen me much. It was much worse, so this is better than what it was. My niece and I went and got coffee today, and we were talking about my YouTube channel and what I planned on doing with it, which I'm still trying to figure out, by the way. We were talking about my skin, and I was talking about how much having bad skin has humbled me, because I did not appreciate my good skin when I had it. I wore makeup. I wouldn't leave the house to go anywhere, you know, without makeup. And now I freaking never wear makeup anywhere because I'm trying to give my skin a break, to be honest. Because it's fucking had it. It's had it with my shit. As I'm packing foundation into my face. This is my favorite foundation ever, and I've used it a million bazillion times. I've gone through bottle and bottle and bottle, and I can tell you that it's not looking good right now. So it's gotta be me using that Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquid as a primer. Because it's like breaking up. So, do not recommend. Whew. I'm looking dry and crusty. For my concealer, I'm going to go in again with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I haven't used this for like full face highlight concealer yet, so we'll see. This is the lightest shade in the color Fair. And I washed my freaking makeup sponge so aggressively that I broke it in half, so I'm gonna have to use my little mini sponge. Another new thing I've been trying is the RCMA No Color Powder. Go ahead and kind of bake the side of my nose while I'm at it. I usually don't powder my face this much, but the bad thing about the RCMA powder, kind of comes out like a salt or pepper shaker a little bit, but worse. So I shake it out and I can never shake a small amount, so then I feel like I have to use up all the powder that I just poured out. I'll wipe off under my eyes, but I'm gonna leave that nose bake chilling. So I was rummaging through my makeup vanity today and realized, number one, I have way too much makeup. I need to like de-stash. I'm thinking about filming a video of like a makeup de-stash / collection. But anywho, I stumbled across this NYX Contour and Highlight Pro Palette that I bought when it came out, and I've never even opened it. So we're gonna use it today and hopefully it works well. I just broke a makeup brush trying to get this open. Like, we are having casualties right now. The powders seem super pigmented, so I think I'm gonna go in with this one right here, Hollow. And like I said, it's more pigmented, so I'm first gonna start out with a fluffier brush and kind of see how that goes. Whoa. I don't know if that was a good decision. I mean, it almost looks like there's like black right there. What is happening? Alright, I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna use this new Morphe brush my fiance got me. That powder is just intense and it's like doesn't blend out very well. At least maybe my base is messed up from the highlighter I use as a primer. I don't know. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I'm gonna try to take a little bit of this shade right here, which is a little bit more cool toned, on a tiny little fluffy brush because I'm honestly scared to use it. I don't know. Mistakes have been made. For my nose, I'm definitely not using that NYX powder. I'm going to go in with my Lorac. This is just a Balance and Brighten powder foundation. It's just a little like trial sample size, or I don't know. It came with something with Ulta, but that's what I use for my nose contour. And now that I have a light nose contour going on, I'm going to go in with a little bit more of my RCMA No Color Powder just to more intensely bake the sides of my nose. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my lower lash line. I'm going to put a nude in my waterline. I'm just going to use what I always use. This is the Benefit Highbrow. It's not any product that's meant for your eyes, but I use it. And then I'm just going to take our matte dark green color from the Jaclyn Hill palette again and buff that on the lower lash line. I'm kind of going to brush that up to meet with the upper eyeshadow. And I'm not going to take that all the way in. I'm going to leave a little bit of space just to keep my eyes nice and open. I'm going to take that brush that we used in the very beginning with our transition shade. It may have a little bit of product on it, so I'm going to go ahead and just buff out the edges very slightly with that. Now I'm going to go in with blush. I'm using my Smashbox blush palette. I've been killing this palette recently. I get stuck on a blush combo and you just can't move me from it. So I just kind of take a little bit of True Blush, Highlight Berry, and Highlight Coral, and try to cover up this awful bronze and contour situation. This is a pretty intense glam look, so I'm also going to add on a big beard to kind of clean and sharpen up all this with the extra powder that I have still. And for highlighter, I am kicking it old school today, actually. This time last year, I was very consistent on YouTube, doing a million giveaways, working really hard with my channel. I wore this shirt in one of my, I think it was like a Christmas holiday look or something, and I gave away this palette. So whenever I seen this palette in my collection, I was like, I should use this, because this time last year, I gave one of these away. I don't know why I felt compelled to tell that story. But long story short, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. Is it Anastasia or Anastasia? Remember, comment below. And I'm going to mix snow and white sand. And I'm using this more like dense brush, the new Morphe brush my fiance got me. So I'm going to see how that works for highlight. I might have to switch it up in a second. We'll see. Not my favorite for highlighting. I've been oddly just using like this little blending brush from Spectrum. It's the B06, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to take a smaller pencil brush and run some on my nose. I'm going to take some of my finger to run over my Cupid's bow. Dust this powder off. I can't say my under eyes look very dry right now. I don't know if it's because of the Urban Decay concealer that I'm trying or the no color powder, because I haven't really like baked with it yet. The medication that my dermatologist has me on is not really moisturizing for my skin, so that could be it too. What's really going to help with that is my next step, which is setting my whole face with a Max Fix Plus spray. This is hydrating, so it's going to help kind of settle all these powders down. And I always do this before adding mascara, lashes, anything like that, because if I spray my face while my mascara is on, it will transfer black mascara onto my face, and no ma'am. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. My Max Fix Plus spray just sprayed at my face like a hose. If it messed up my makeup, I'm gonna lose it. I mean, it like harshly sprayed on the inner corner of this eye right here. That is crazy. I've never had that happen. So I'm gonna hop off camera. All I'm going to do is put mascara on my lashes, pop on these false eyelashes. These are some I got off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box for them. They are really nice. I really like them. And I'll probably put some black eyeliner in my upper like tight line. So I'll be back. So all there's left to do now is just pop in an inner corner highlight and do my lips. I'm just gonna grab my two light shimmery shades from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Attempt to hit it with some setting spray. I mean, what is happening? I know it's so typical, but I would just wear a nude lip with a green eye. That's just me. That's my style. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I got these Kat Von D like little mini liquid lipsticks. So I'm going to use the shade Ludwig and then put my tried and true Too Faced Melted Matte in the center in the shade Child Star. So this lip could definitely be an option for you. I just would go with something a little bit more nude. So I'm gonna add like a super nude gloss on top to really nude it out. And this one's from Lorac. It's in the shade Vintage. I really don't like to wipe off and redo my lipstick unless I have to. So I'm gonna go in with Max Fleshpot just to try to nude this out even more. I just kind of want like a milky nude. Now let's add some of that nude Lorac lip gloss. Took a second. But this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. And I recently got the Duraline, and I recently